Hello there. So, something I'm playing with today. I wanted to hear what the bells of this sound like. It's got a couple of different settings. Pretty cool, huh? So it won't stay running. So I'm going to try to get that movement out of there. You see the screws, the 4 sets of screws here, here, and back there and there. It has a pendulum. I've taken that out. These are that's what the tones are made with, are those bars and these hammers hitting them. I think it's a really neat thing. So I'm going to try to get that movement out and put it into the ultrasonic cleaner. Depending on who you read, many people say if you're not going to take the movement apart, it's not even worth it. I am not prepared to go down that rabbit hole of learning how to take these things apart. It requires tools, not that expensive or anything, but you do have to mess with the spring or set of springs inside, which can be dangerous, and it's just a rabbit hole I don't want to go down unless I have to. So I'm going to try cleaning it in the ultrasonic cleaner with a concoction that I read up on, and we'll see how that works. Anyway, I won't be able to work on it with you seeing me take it apart, so I'll just take it out of there. Doop. So interesting, I would have thought that these, just looking at the faces of these, I would have thought these were machine screws, but they're actually very fancy wood screws. Pretty cool. Alright, moment of truth. See if it'll pop out of there. Not too much collateral damage. Oof. Starting to think maybe I need to take the... Oh, no, maybe I'm okay. Ah. Okay, those 2 screws right there should remove the chime assembly, and that should make things easier for me. And that. I hope there wasn't a nut down there. I don't know how I'll get that back on. That jug there is where I'm getting ready to make my cleaning solution. There we go. That's what chimes are like. Pretty cool. Probably polish those up to try to stop some of that corrosion that I see on them. Alright, now we'll see if this comes out a little easier. Maybe this way first. Jeez, it is very, very tight. Maybe we'll try it the other way first. If that doesn't work. Ah, there we go. That's the way it needed to come out. Alright. That is my clock movement. I'll rearrange some things and bring you back. Alright, so here it is. And I wonder if I can set the... Yeah, I think I can do that. No, not quite enough room for me to show you with the pendulum how it's supposed to function, unless I set it maybe over here, like so. Set the pendulum on. Alright. There you go. Oops. Of course, now it's going to run like a top. Focus. Yeah, it stops for a little while, but gives you some idea of what's going on down in there. And these are springs inside of here. These are your winders. There's 3 different winders. 3 different springs, I should say. And that's the part I don't want to mess with. That's what's got me afraid of taking this apart. So we'll see whether I break down and do that later. I don't know. Right now, what I'm curious about is how much of this will fit into... I don't have one of those great big ultrasonic cleaners. I have this little Harbor Freight job, and looking at it right now, I don't see this whole thing being immersed in there. Nope. So it'll have to be a partial. Yeah. Gosh. I was really hoping the whole thing would fit. I should be wearing gloves right now. You can see somebody else has got their fingerprints on it. Alright, I'm going to get to making my solution and figure out where to go from there. This thing was made in West Germany. It's a Linden. Haven't really been able to find much about them on the web, but hey. Actually, there's a maker's mark on the back. You read that? It says Cuckoo Clock Manufacturing Company Incorporated, NU Jewels. Made in West Germany. I don't know what that means. Is it an M or an N? N-U parentheses C Jewels? Anybody knows what that means? Let me know. Alright, so these are the chemicals that are recommended in what I read to mix, and people have different proportions, and you make a solution that then you cut with distilled water. Now I'm going to break a little bit from that because I don't have the industrial grade ammonia that is supposed to be something like 30%. This is like a 3% solution. This is just the typical stuff that you find, you know, wherever, Food Lion. So I figure since I have, you know, 1/10 the strength of ammonia in here that would be recommended, then I will just use this as is with no distilled water. That's my rationale, at least. So I am going to mix the ammonia with I think like 4 ounces of this and 4 ounces of this, and that is supposed to set off. When you mix these two, the soap is supposed to like clump out a little bit, and I think adding this helps it to redissolve. And then I'll probably add 4 ounces of this, which if you look at the ingredients, it's another form of ammonia. It's ammonium chloride, excuse me. Yeah, 3 different types of it. So, and it's mostly water. The active ingredients are all ammonium chloride of some kind, and then I'm sure that 99.91% of other ingredients is water. So, yeah, plenty of water in this. Yep, so there you go. This is my ultrasonic cleaner, and this is about how far the mechanism made it in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically rotisserie it every few minutes, or every, I think I get 7 minutes out of this thing per cycle. And I need to do quite a few of those really to get to what is recommended by the guys on the clock cleaning blogs and whatnot. So yeah, I'll just come out, flip it over, start it again, rinse and repeat. We'll see what we end up with. And once that's all done, this is the oiler I'll be using. Something I found on Amazon. It got okay reviews. I'll put a link to it. See, it's got this tip that can reach right down in all the spots. Strong fumes from this stuff. I opened the garage door a little while ago, aired it out, and I'm going to do it again here in a minute. Well, I'm a little frustrated. The whole idea of having it half in and half out of the ultrasonic cleaner did not work out very well. What would happen was, okay, you see the bright, shiny part there? That was that clean at one time, and so was that. But what would happen was I would flip it over, and whatever was sticking out would get the flash corrosion from the fumes, I guess. And I was just chasing my tail, flipping it over and flipping it over. So I'm going to need to get me a bigger ultrasonic cleaner at some point. But I am going to go ahead and put this back together because I don't want to lose the parts and everything. And I actually have some high hopes, even though it has that flash corrosion that you see there. I think that as far as inside the pivot points, I think I've had some effect here in cleaning out some of the old oil. Just seeing the way the thing wants to run right now, it seems to be freer than it was before. So I'm going to go ahead and oil it, and I've been blow drying it. It's actually kind of warm right now. But see that? I mean, it wants to go. I mean, it really wants to go. So yeah, I'm going to oil it up and then reassemble it and see what happens. And supposedly the name of the game is just a little oil, but you can definitely over oil these things. So this might even be too much right there. But that's basically what I'm going to do for all these little points, and then flip it over and do the other side. Well, this is encouraging. It has been going for 20 minutes. So that's a good sign. I'm using these little guys to keep the portions of the clock safe from getting all banged up while I'm working on it. I was thinking the sound might even be different with those chimes cleaned. I don't know, my ear isn't that good to be able to say for sure. So it's silent. One, two, okay, so this is another one. Try this. It's pretty cool. That's cool. So I think I've got this upside down. Should be there because it just rung the hour at 2 o'clock. So, alright, I'm going to put it all back together, and it's supposed to be an 8-day clock, I assume, so I'm going to just see if it lasts 8 days. Alright, I'll get back. This is how this works, by the way. Push it into the screw, and then that is spring-loaded and applies, basically wedges itself on. And then as you tighten the screw, it eventually resets itself, and you're able to just pull it right out. Alright, I'm calling that formula ON. Put it away for the next time. Strong, strong fumes. So you know how you think of things too late? Just for giggles, I tried throwing this casing into that solution without the ultrasonic, going, and it went in looking like this. About 15-20 minutes later, it looked like this. Dang it! I probably could have taken that clock movement that had all that flash corrosion on it and just found a container that was of suitable size, which I think I could have done. Poured that solution over it, submersed it completely, and probably would have gotten rid of the bulk of that flash corrosion after about 15 or 20 minutes. Too late now. It's all put back together, and I am going to be getting a bigger ultrasonic cleaner, so a year or two down the road, whenever the thing needs cleaning again, I will do it right. kept perfect time for overnight. Pretty happy.